Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Today I'm gonna be playing Sable. Yeah, it's been on my Steam wishlist for a while and I haven't had a chance to play it. Saw it on sale, so thought I'd get it. One of the reasons why I'm playing it is because it has the soundtrack's done by one of my favorite bands, Japanese Breakfast, and yeah, so I'm interested to see what it's like. I've got the Japanese Breakfast shirt on, so simping pretty hard. And so let's jump into the game, see how it's like. I don't know if this soundtrack gets claimed. Who knows? If this gets claimed and I just waste my whole time, then so be it. Let's get a new game. Yes, I'd like to start a new game. I don't know much about what it's about, but hey, it's got pretty good reviews, so. I like the art, yeah, that's pretty sick. Guess a lot of this is hand drawn. The color palette on it's really nice. Yeah, I've listened to the soundtrack of this a lot. The soundtrack's pretty cool. It's got some bangers on that. Glider. It's a pretty sick song. Better the Mask. That's a pretty cool song. Got some bangers on the soundtrack. Sable. Recommends using the controller, so I'm gonna use the controller. Okay, I can move. Ouch. Climb. That's cool. You can climb in different environments. What damage? Nope. I have no idea what this game is about. High on your stamina, okay. Hey, arrow is the stamina. So that goes up. Nothing down here. Nice desert world. climb anything. Pretty much. Okay, these sprints. So when do I get the glider that they sung about? This whole song about it, so there must be a glider here somewhere. Beats walking. Let's camp. Ibex? Ibex camp? Very unique kind of art style. Oh no, reading. Damn, public education's gonna give it the test now. I can feel Jada smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth baring little grimaces behind mine. I'm nervous. She's softly, sweetly amused. In her eyes, I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? I know. Told Jada that I know, and that it's quite sunk. It hasn't quite sunk in yet. She chuckles. I promise you, Sable, you're fine. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you're started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You won't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping onto me. I feel the memory in my fingers. Then you promised you it was going to be alright. And I promised you it was going to be alright. I told you how much I had loved riding my bike as a young woman and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward, and you put your little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand. Look at her, she can do whatever she wants. Jada reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. I take a breath. Not waiting around. Yes, I'm ready. You thank Jada for the encouragement and tell her with a nod that I think I'm ready. I know you are. So let's get started. Alright, glider time. You need to talk to Halal and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Halal will share something, well, let's say, as useful as it is fun. I think I might suspect what Jada's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. I'll be back soon. Sable, don't go planning your return before you've even left. Take all the time you need. It's a big decision you're making out there. I tell her that I'm so eager to make it, to choose well and quickly, so that I don't go too far down the wrong path. Whatever you decide you do with my blessing. So don't try using me as an excuse to come home early. She knows me. Now go speak to Halal. I'll be there to see you off. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Cizo, but you know how he is. Yeah, I know how Cizo is. That guy. Or girl. The device in my palm, if it's naturally in there, perfectly well crafted. Its component slides together with incredible satisfying precision. Thank you. Compass. Man, this Western Sydney public high school education really taking the test here with all this reading. Logging in. Post boss. This is my save point. Okay, get messages. So yeah, apologize for the bad reading. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I'm supposed to go in here. See this person. So everyone wears masks in this world, apparently. I guess it saves on facial animations if everyone's just wearing a mask. Makes sense. The approach Hilal, they give an enthusiastic wave. Always appreciate Hilal's verge and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this. Gliding stone. Hands me a small round stone. As it nestles into my palm, I feel the warmth, not borrowed from Hilal's hands, but emitting from within. So I rub my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. What is it? Oh, Sable, you can't leave without it. What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? Tell Hilal that I feel connectedness, fuzziness, electricity. Connectedness, it's a cool word. Then you're doing it right. What you feel is that stone is openness. You feel in that stone is openness. I really need to read before I even just try and predict what the next word is. Man, it's hard to play, talk, and read at the same time. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how to do that. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Hilal claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate the good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. As I'm about to leave, Hilal stops me. Oh, you haven't gotten your bike yet, have you? It's a bit of a trek to the temple, so go see Driss. He was meant to get that ready for you. Yes. Words until Hilal, I'll go and see Driss. Don't press wisdom. Okay. What is it? I click on him again. Confused something. Okay. So that tells me that's my cool map. Is that my bike? Thought I have told myself not to be too eager. It's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but now I strongly suspect that he's been working on a bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful or has some custom feature. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? My legs feel sore, or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start. Sable, hello. I was told he has something special for me. I told Driss that for me. Something special? I nod very meaningfully, but he doesn't seem to get the hint. I make a leading gesture, slowly turning to be perfectly cool and confident. Trying to be perfectly cool and confident. But I can't do it. I'm too keen, and the words spill out. I ask Driss if he might, sort of, possibly, maybe, have a bike for me. Your bike? He tells it like it is, like it's an idea he's just heard. Your bike? Yes, of course, right. Yes, your bike. That is what I meant to that I prepared for you, because today is your gliding, yes. Driss nods along with me. Yes, of course, you're right. Yes, yes, I do have that. My blood run cold as he's forgotten. Has he forgotten? Which I mean, I arranged it for you. You know, well, it's sort of a tutorial for you. Wow, tutorial. I'm telling you, I didn't forget. I just made different arrangements. Making it difficult. You see, Sable, before one can own their bike, they must prove that they can ride their bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. Oh, come on. It's my damn bike. I think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but Driss does seem earnest, sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Oh, so give me this shitty bike. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester, if ever I've seen one. What's the bike's name? Driss seems scandalized. That's a bit personal, don't you think? Just sandcutter would do for now. What the hell did he call it? Youngsters these days always asking questions. Now ride the bike through the ring and back. Here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off. Don't lose your bike. Alright, let's go. Do my shitty thing that doesn't even... Oh, this works very well. Accelerate. Very simple controls. Wow, it's gliding. Kinda. More like drifting. And I went too far. I return to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable, congratulations! How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles? Unexplained hissing? Small fires? What do you mean fires? Sure you noticed if you were on fire, even a little bit. Was that a possibility? Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Driss, is your bike dangerous? Well... He doesn't finish. Have you already been to Hilal? Oh, right. I nearly forgotten about Hilal, and thanks to Driss for the reminder. Before at least nudging him a little about the bike, I asked him if he'd still be getting one. If I'll still be getting one? Well, you're getting the use of the sand cutter. That's something, eh? You can borrow it to run your little errands. My little errands? and who has got something to show you too. Help you out with more of that mobility you're after. With my confidence in this exercise only slightly tarnished, I thank Tris very much for his help, and I depart now. Okay. Okay, so I need to go to the altar. Where that is. It's on my map. I don't remember what I said that was. Sounds spiked. It is tip-top condition. Tip-top condition. Oh. Look at a good distance and it look like. Up there? Yeah, this game really would be stressing me out if it wasn't for this nice relaxing music. Okay, this makes sense. I always think right trigger is run. Use B is run. Sprint. Okay, am I on the right track? But damn, I'm still a long way away. Okay, if I hold it, then I can just climb it until I run out of stamina. Ooh, what is this? Chumeg. Chum offered up by the chums when planting themselves to the ground, perfectly smooth and hard as rock. These eggs seem to float with how light they are. It must be a good place to deliver these. It must be a good place to deliver these. Okay. Pick up this thing. I got one chumeg. Sounds a little dirty, but you know. It's a chum. Okay, am I in the right? I have no idea. idea if I'm doing this right. Cool. Just fell like 50 meters and didn't die. What are her powers that she doesn't die after falling great distances? Did you climb this? Climb anything. Like Spider-Man powers. Runs out of stamina pretty quick. The stone thrums like the beat. The stone thrums? Like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid? Exhilarated? Well, maybe it feels right. Yeah, I'd say it feels right. I'm ready for Rohana to know me. I'm ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I am in for her sight. Glowy rock. So there are like magical powers in this world. I just get the soul stone or something? Which is the red infinity stone? Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, nice. I can now glide. Ah, sick. That's cool. Game involves a lot of gliding. Gliders, gliding powers. Can I get up there? Yes. Whoop. Plus 20 something. I got 20! 20! Don't know what it is, but I got 20 of it. Just glide down to the bottom. Get my glider. My shitty glider. There in no way copy of Star Wars speeders. No, these are gliders. Not speeders, gliders. Okay. So where am I going now? Guess I'm going back there. So, hill now. My stone. I already know all these songs because I listen to the soundtrack. I've been listening to the soundtrack for years. Never played this game. What's this dude doing? Yeah. I don't know what that did. $20 more of 20s. Now 40s. Someone calling me? Oh yeah, I can talk to this dude. Uma is a man of few words, and he's nothing if not consistent. Cool, don't talk to you either, dude. Keep doing your hay thing. Can I give these animals water or something? Can I pet the animals, more importantly? Nah. So, where are they? Hello? No idea if I'm pronouncing these names right. I'm just going to call them and say, there they are. Turns out it's clear they know that what I've just experienced. They're excited on my behalf in a way that makes me miss them before I even left. Isn't it incredible? How do you feel? Exciting, true freedom. Most of them involve me falling on my head and not getting hurt, and I'm sure I've come up with more in practice. Right? You can do anything you want. As mood doesn't darken, but the sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling, just floating on the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'll just be out there heaving myself into chasms. Yes, I don't know. Sounds about right. If you could glide like that, I'll just be jumping all over the place. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. That's what I like to hear. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes really serious focus. They'll laugh even if there's a bit of regret in it. And certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose a gliding won't mean much if it were all gains and no loss, Think about that, but decide that there is already too much loss in my mind to consider it much further. I am saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're going to love it out there, Sable. even when you don't. My advice, try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all of that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. Thank Kalal for their advice and for their help, and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. Warning and reassurance all in one. We're going out just to the tower. It seems Ciso wishes to see me before I leave the clan. Okay. So that other task has been done. Yep. Hello, little grider. So strange being called that. Just trying to get used to it. She seems to really like it, and maybe I like it too. My little glider. Oh yeah, another 20. Oh cool, I can glide over to that person. Let's see what this person has to say. Sizzle. So is an outclanner to the Ibexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall, and think of her as a kind of distant relation than any sort of outsider. Sheenists, I'm told, are given their posts and by their training and their code must go to where they are needed, but Ciso has been among us for so long that it's easy to forget it's an assignment first and foremost. As far as any of us is concerned, she is one of us. I think there's a perception among the other clans that Ibexi are quite insular, or that our destination of Ibexi versus Outlanders suggests some nervous otherings of those who are unlike us. But in practice, such things are more a result of the nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind, but all are welcome to join. And I'm always pleased that Ciso did. Sable, how are you, clan child? I can only think of one thing. My bike! Has a throaty quality to her voice, and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. She's quite a serious person most days, and I'm always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. Yes, Jida told me that how excited you were. Ciso sniffs. She also told Driss would be coming along to get your bike together. I think he may have... I knew it. What? I didn't mean to say it out loud, so I told her that I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss his forgetfulness. Were I tasked with so many odds and ends, I might be just as scattered. And besides, this would be good for you. I want you to scavenge the hoverbike parts yourself. I expected to make my own hoverbike. No, you're not going to make your hoverbike. You're going to build your own hoverbike. There's a difference. To make suggestions, you are creating something, but your bike already exists. They simply haven't taken form yet. Here, take this. And do something. This is a navigator. You can use it to mark waypoints on your compass. It should be useful in finding old parts. Ask is where I might start looking. The vaccine reborn in the ruined ships in fragments spread apart. A good start would be the ship down there near the camp. You'll find another one up on the great rock near the side of the canyon, and another by the old dam on the hill. Use the navigator to mark that down if you need. We need to gather a control panel, a power supply, and a calibrator. Most gliders make their own bags. Only the lucky ones. So for the components, increase on okay. So navigator. Okay. So go to that. Oh damn. Give me. Knock the old damn. Yeah. Damn. Damn. Place. Cool. Okay. So now that I've placed that, does it just show up on my map? Okay, yeah, it does. That's yeah, I can just do it the regular way. Don't have to do it the fancy way. But I guess that kind of more shows you where it is. Alright, we'll glide down to this guy. Glide! Oh shit, wrong button. All it is the same button as jump. Still forget it. Oh, dudes. Lara, the balloon was more fun than the person. The balloon was more fun than the person in it. Cool. This weirdo. Very slick photographer. Oh, greetings, child. I saw you looking longingly at the great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? She really is. Well, good to meet you, and I should introduce myself. I'm Jordan. I'm Sable. Suppose if you come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, eh, Sable? I would love a map. Of course you would. That would be 50 cuts. To my ears, it's a fair price for a map, but too expensive for a pre-gliding glider with empty pockets. I told Jordan I'll be back. Need to ask Jardy for tomorrow. Farewell, child. Don't I have... Isn't that the money I found? Hold on. Don't I have 60? Okay, see if I got any money. You got money? So as you can sort of sag a little. Something on your mind? I don't know how she's done it. That LR over there. Fellow gaze. Little speck in the distance for understand is her daughter Alara. Do you want me to get her back? She said, no, she's fine. I'll get her. She shrugs, parenting. I suppose I'll know more. Man, if I knew there was so much raiding in this game. Ugh. Georgiana, the cartographer, wants 50 cuts for a map of the York Tower. I try to hedge the way I speak about this, as I'm not entirely sure whether that's too much, not enough, or precisely its value. She tells me not to worry. Here's some money. Ooh. Nice. And use it most wisely. And then a little unwisely when the mood strikes. It's good to know the value of money, but you'll never want to be robbed. Thank you. Cool. Okay, let's go back up here and get my map. You want a map? I'll buy the map. Map. One map, please. Just enjoying. Keep an eye out on the skies there. Plenty of my colleagues out there, and they'll have more maps to sell you. Cool. So map, you navigate the map screen, pause. You can fast travel. Okay, cool. So anywhere that has a balloon has a map. Balloon equal map. Okay. What did the map show me? Okay. Okay, so it doesn't actually mark stuff, it just sort of gives you a layout of the land. Interesting. Okay, I guess I should get my glider, my hover bike, my speeder. Well, definitely not my speeder, it's a hover bike. I think it's over here somewhere. Hobby! I am calling my bike hobby. No reason. Alright, there's a dam. Let's head to the dam. Parts. Box, can I do something with the box? No. Cool. Alright, gliding time. Okay, I guess this red glowy thing goes into that red glowy thing. And we open the door. Alright, atomic control panel. So what happened to this world? It was like an atomic blast or something. Atomic war? Maybe? There's anything else in here? Any stuff around. No. Although there is like a stuff over here. Climb, 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 climb. If I can get up there. Oh shit. Nope. Not gonna make it, not gonna make it, not gonna make it, not gonna make it. Come on. No. Let's try that again. This looks promising. Alright, and another 20. 20 monies. Pretty cool, you can kind of just climb on everything. Alright, more of this gross shell egg. Why do they call it shum? You're just one letter away. Just one letter away. And I really hope there's an upgrade there. The bike just returns directly to you. Don't have to find it all the time. Alright. Point 2. Where else do we have to go? Find the power supply. Man, I don't remember the spots they said they were at. I think there was like a mountain somewhere I said there was. This glider is so slow. Not glider, whatever. Hover bike. God damn it. Remember where everything was. Looks too high to climb. Might have to go back just so I remember where it was. Quest. Tell me where they are. Back to Zizzle. Or Sizzle, I have a question for you. Okay, tell me where this stuff was. You need the... Okay, so one was on top of that. So, okay. Kinda know where they all are now. Right, so can I just, this is why I probably should use this, right? This marker there. Ah, so you can place multiple markers. If you're smart. You can do that. Okay, which way do I drop my speeder? Just around here. Speeder. Really should just leave it in a place I know where it is. Just randomly drop it somewhere. Oh, someone else under here. What is it that Steinmar manages to contain so much chaos and verve in such a small form? Even now, there is something troublesome being dreamed up behind that mask. I know it. I'm guessing I can't just... Oh yeah, I can just go in here. Maybe? Maybe? Oh. Come on. Yes. type of colors. Bexy, red bike. Cool. Change the color of my bike, huh? Found you! After all this time. Okay, so. Over here, there was supposed to be a part. Yep. Used to be found in the ship, but I noticed a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. Of course I'm gonna push the button. I'm not gonna push the button. I'm gonna push the button. Voice crackles from the machinery in front of me. It sounds like a recording, it's barely audible. Stop messing with those buttons, you absolute idiot. Sorry, Ramin. Concentrate. I don't think I have to remind you how much work it is to get this far. We're almost there. Alright, let's see if that old machinist told us, whether this old machinist told us holds up. If not, there's gonna be hell to pay. Hear a sound of mechanical adjustments being made. Flick clicks, buttons being pressed, perhaps? Okay, when I push this orange thing, pull that lever hard. Yes, Ramen. The sound of a click and loud grunt before a snapping sound. Oh, on Rohan's mask. No, not that hard. We've torn it out. Suddenly speakers are filled with static and a low rumble that gradually increases in pitch. Then the sound of someone cheering. It worked, we're flying. More cheering. Is that the sound of someone dancing? Okay, let's focus. This thing is moving fast. We need to slow it down a bit. How do we do that, Ramin? Let me check the machinist's notes. Long pause before rumbling. Sonic sound that started playing when the ship took off is still increasing in pitch. Ramin? That lever, Tomar. The one you just ripped out. We're going too fast. We're going to crash. We need to try to... We're going to cut sound. Are you looking for a calibrator? Very sweetly asked Samara. She calibrator I found in the cave underneath the camp. She doesn't look happy with me, which I take to mean I've got something right. Okay, so that was all pointless. I already got the part I needed. Cool. Okay, run her over. Intrusive thought now. Not about running over little kids, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna climb up there, and that will be the last part. Okay, so there must be ways up here. Nothing behind. Again, stairs. Okay. I'd probably have to go over that, but so let's see first. Yes, I knew it. Do I know video game mechanics or do I know video game mechanics? There's always something hiding in those little corners. I wonder if we're going to find out a bit more about this world as we go along. Atomic power supply. Because is this just the way the planet always was and people tried to invade it? Or just try to visit it for resources or something? Or was it not always a desert? Okay, so which way is my speeder? Stream for me. I'm gonna land over here first. Is anything interesting in here? Because there are like ships and stuff, like there's indication there used to be water here, right? Another comic. Oh yeah. Get the egg. And behind me. See if we can get an upgrade to this bike. Go more than 2 miles an hour. Need some sort of NAS on this. Some more reading. Chris asked me a series of increasingly strange questions before I make an excuse to take my leave. Oh, okay. I have to go to the other guy. That's right, I have to go to, what was his name? Oh, her name. The person up on the tower. The machinist. I turn to Zizu with the parts, and it's as she waves me over that I feel a pang of sadness in my chest. When will I see her again once I'm gone? Well done, Sable. Yes, this is everything we need. Are you ready to assemble the bike on your own? Yeah, I'm ready. Zizu relaxes in the workshop. It isn't that she's particularly rigid or anxious ordinarily, but there's a certain calm beauty that one only truly accepts when Zizu is in the element, truly appreciates. I wonder if it's this way for all machinists. What you must understand, Sable, is that the components you acquired, they fit together, not by chance, not by effort, but by nature. They belong to her. They have always belonged to her. All we are doing is assembling her from what she has already been. I nod and feel a soft buzzing in my ears. Among my clan, we believe that machinists have names held for ages like deep secrets. Well, machines have names, unheard by those unequipped to listen. We will find this one's name together. Okay, let's assemble. Okay. Let's go there. Wings, nice. Alright, so hopefully I'm not just going 2 miles an hour anymore. And... oh. Listen. Zizu tilts her head for a moment, leaning closer to Simoon. All at once, I know the hoverbike's name. Simoon. Simon? Simoon? Simon? I say it in a whisper to let Zizu know. Simoon. Simoon? Well done, Sable. See? Same thing. Simoon. What kind of name is that? If it does, then I don't know it. Perhaps you'll find out on your journey. Zizu shrugs mostly to herself. Or perhaps you won't, but I hardly think it matters. You are bonded all the same. I tell Simon that I am eager to know her better, and Zizu looks quite proudly at both of us. You are ready then, for the gliding. May all the gods turn their faces from you, Sable. To you? From you? I didn't read that properly. An odd blessing perhaps, but Zizu is prone to such things, and I can read in her tone that is meant quite sweetly. You must learn to listen to Simon, to take care of her. Seek her out. Seek out my fellow machinists on your travels, Sable. They will teach you the art of machine whispering. Oh, and here, take this. As a machinist badge, you will meet plenty of my ilk on your gliding. Show them your worth and they'll give you more badges. I thank you twice for good measure and give a bow. I'm ready. The ceremony, I should speak to Jardy about something. Alright, we have a new bike. Possibly. Can I get on the bike? I have to go somewhere first. Just want to try my new bike. What do I have to do? Speak about the final gliding ceremony. Turn to Jardy with new likeness, and it makes the weight of my departure feel heavier still. What a strange day. Sable, is that a badge you've got there? Told Jarda that Scissor gave me the badge. Then you must have earned it. Well done. I give a bow of thanks. Well, Sable, if you keep this up, you'll be headed for the Mars Caster in no time. I try to think about going to the Mars Caster, but it seems impossibly far away. Imagine choosing what I want to be. Imagine choosing what I want to be forever. That's why the song's called Better the Mask, maybe? Because they all have masks, and there's this mask, and there's the mask theme. Oh, man. I'm slow. I know what you're thinking, but don't worry about it. You'll get plenty of badges when you're out there. And once you've got 3 alike, you can trade it in for that mask. But don't feel like your first mask is your final choice. The gliding is about freedom and exploration. I suggest you claim as many masks as you wish. Only at your final ceremony will you be asked to choose one. How will I choose one? You will feel it out, but when you know, you know. Now! Kind of a now puts butterflies back in my stomach. With all this done, there is only one thing left. It's time then, isn't it? Time to walk through the face door at the Temple of Rohana. There you assemble your gliding mask. And go! There are things I wish to convey to Jardy here, depths of my love and gratitude and fear and worry and hope. And though I find myself unable to speak any of it in words, I know she understands. Before you leave, child, I made these. They are dyed with traditional Ibexi maroon, and I hope provide you great comfort out there in the desert. When you leave today, you will no longer be Sable, clan child of Ibexi. You will simply be Sable, and the rest will come. But no matter what you are, no matter where your journey takes you, I will always know you, I will always love you. And I will see you again. I don't know where my journey went, but I know it must begin. Ready, blah, blah, blah. Go to the gliding temple. So I don't get my new bike. Still got my crappy old bike. To the temple. This way to the temple? It's the mask from the song. So far in this, the platforming's been pretty easy. If it'll get harder or not. Till I just totally screw that up. So easy, isn't it? So easy. I have no idea where I'm going now. But hey, oh look, I made it to where I'm supposed to go. Made it to the platform. Side, then she gets a mask, and then we are out of here. Oh, that's where I was from. Alright, just got a mask. And now what? Oh, there's another part. Okay. more platforms. Of course she needs a helmet. How would the mask be complete without the helmet? Weird. I need that mask. Yeah. Time to camp. I've got a whole bunch of cosmetic things, right? Cooler cloak, cooler pants. Message. Hello, Sable. Jada's voice echoes strongly through the machine, yet still it warms me. Well, Sable, this is it. By the time you hear this, we have gone. The gliding is a journey that you must begin alone. There's a certain nuance lost in transmission, and for that I am grateful. It would be far too much to hear the cracks in her voice and not run weepily into her arms to stay forever. But I'm ready, and so I close my eyes and listen. Though you go by yourself, you are not without friends. You are not without family. You are not without love. These things will always carry with you as you do your mask. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but if I were you, I might go and see Utari. They're the machinists at Burnt Oak Station, and among Scissor's closest friends. Utari is a good contact to have on one's gliding, and a fine way to get another machinist badge if you're so inclined. Only a suggestion though. As for us, we'll send another message once we've returned to Ewa, so keep an eye on Postbox and try not to forget us. Takes a long breath and I forget that things as easy as breathing could even exist. The world is waiting, Sable. Good luck. It's very poetic. Very poetic game. Run! Need the can call out, huh? What am I calling out to? Oh yeah. Exactly what I wanted. Just be able to call it out. Alright. Alright, we're moving a bit faster now. We're going. I like this bumpy animation. It's pretty cool. Nice. And the song, which I'm guessing I'm gonna have to cut out because it's copyrighted. So Glider by Japanese Breakfast is playing if I've had to cut it. It's probably the best song on the soundtrack. I'm just gonna enjoy this while I drive around. Okay. Jesus. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted by this song. Just crazy. Oh, that was cool. It's probably a good place to leave it for this episode. Yeah. So, that's, I guess, in the beginning tutorial. And, yeah, so far it's been pretty cool. Pretty chill vibes. Yeah, so I'll probably bring out a next video later on. Yeah, so thanks for watching this, and see you next time. Catch ya.